So the iconic Pike Place Market could be in for some big changes. If you've ever been down there on a busy day, you know how slow and difficult the traffic can be. And now one of Seattle's leaders pushing for improvements there. We're joined by City Council member Andrew Lewis. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So Andrew, you called this a big priority for 2022. Why now?
Well, for the last 50 years, as we've had the Market Historic District, we've been talking off and on about pedestrianizing that particular stretch of Pike Place right in front of the market. And we want to give the residents of the city and their visitors alike peace of mind and create a space that everybody feels comfortable walking and rolling through. And this is the time to do it. We can't defer this anymore, and we should set up a process to talk about how we reclaim that area for pedestrians and for other street uses. And the pandemic has really shown the value of an approach like this, and I think that's why there's a renewed interest in doing this now. Is we've seen the success of cafe streets and some of these other activations and safe streets over the course of the pandemic, and it's been popular. People like it. People like having more space to live and to recreate, and that's what we can do by closing this particular spot. With the exception, of course, of deliveries.
Okay. Well, let's talk specifically about how the streets would change around the market.
Well, I think if you look at certain examples around the city, like Occidental in Pioneer Square, which is a pedestrianized street that has bollards on either side of it, bricked in. The businesses have cafes that go out into Occidental. That's the example of a kind of place that the market could emulate. And you could free up more space for vendors. You could free up space for people to walk from downtown to the waterfront without having a massive car slowly rolling behind you that is trying to get through. And I think that, candidly, there's not really much value to motorists in being able to go through there either. I mean, currently, that street does have a special designation where pedestrians and vehicles can share that right of way. And I think that we've really seen, that's not really good for either party involved.
Yeah, and when First Avenue gets really backed up as well, people trying to, get down to the market and such. So how could this impact businesses who, do their business at Pike Place, or people that need to get their deliveries into the market?
Well, there's been plenty of studies that have been backed up by real world experience showing that business benefits significantly when you pedestrianize spaces because you increase the amount of foot traffic that's going through a region. You help to give access to new amenities. Like I said earlier, you can use that space for other things. If you're not using it for vehicle traffic, you can use that space for new cafe streets. You can use that space for pop-up vendors. You can use it for public festivals. And this will be a wholly beneficial improvement, but it's something we need to do with the market community. It's something that isn't going to happen overnight.
Right.
We're going to talk to the Pike Place Market PDA about it. We'll want to talk to the Pike Place Market constituency, and we're going to need to talk to the city traffic engineer, who ultimately is going to have a lot of power over how our right-of-way is used. So, it's a process. We're going to put it on our work plan for 2022, but there's been overwhelming public support for this. And it's one of those things where once we do it, I think we're gonna be asking ourselves, why didn't we do this?
Yeah, Andrew Lewis, Seattle City Council member, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, and that could be a pretty interesting change to our market and the Seattle waterfront.